Good evening. Welcome to Around the Old Town. I'm Bob Toomey. Tonight with me is Darlene Lewis. Darlene, thank you very much for coming in tonight. I appreciate it. We actually have a number of guests coming in for this segment. Halloween's approaching. With Halloween, we also have needs for the food pantry. Halloween trick-or-treat is coming up. And Darlene is actually here to speak about the craft fair that the Senior Center is hosting. Darlene, thanks very much for your time for coming in. I appreciate all you've done so far with the Senior Center. Is it possible now for you to tell us what's going on with the craft fair in particular?
Yes. Our craft fair is going to be October 29th. That's a Saturday. It's from 10 to 3. We're hoping a lot of people will come out and support us. The craft fair is to help the senior center and the seniors themselves.
The craft fair, is there an admission? What's the cost? Well, donations? Or what?
An admission of $1.
Okay, great.
Yes. We're going to have lots of different crafters and vendors. The first one that I think everybody will be happy to find out about is the Tricentennial. The Tricentennial Committee will have a table, and you'll be able to find out all about everything that's going to be happening during the Tricentennial year. We will have a wood turner. They're called the Massachusetts South Shore Wood Turners Association. And it's a really good show because they actually bring a lathe and they turn things right there. Fascinating.
Is that, they turn wood into products? Is that?
Yeah, they show you how they, well, I can't do it, but you know how you get the scroll work around legs of chairs and things? They actually do that.
Oh, that's fantastic. Great.
We'll have lots of crafts. My group, the Gifted Hands, will be showcasing all of our work. We do a lot of knitting and crocheting, and we have our own boutique there at the center where we sell our goods, and the money goes to help out the senior programs. We'll have, I don't know if you've heard of Aya Heward.
I'm not familiar.
She is a painter. She does really great paintings, and she does stained glass. She'll be there. I can't wait to see her show.
I bet, yeah. Stained glass is always interesting.
Yeah. Dan Brailman will be there, Dan and his wife, Marilyn. They'll be doing all kinds of things, about the outside gardening and that kind of things. I'm sure you've seen their shows.
They're tremendous. Dan and his wife have done so much around Abington to improve the quality of life.
They've been very helpful to us.
I'm not surprised. They're tremendous people.
There are a variety of people who will be there. Too numerous to mention. There'll be about 20 or 22, I think, different sort of things that are going on there. Plus, we have our own, what I call our kitchen divas. They always cook at the senior center, and we'll have a great menu, including corn chowder and some other things. Then we have a great bake sale. Lots of cookies and cakes and pies and stuff.
Anyone that knows me, I'm diabetic, but I never miss a cake sale. Very few sweets pass by this guy.
So it should be a really fun day. This is our second year. Last year we did it. We did a really good job, but it was our first time, and we weren't entirely sure of how things should go.
Sure.
So this year we're trying to do a better job.
You live and learn. And
yes.
you make your mistakes and you improve on them. Mm-hmm. Now, if somebody wanted to participate in the crafts fair themselves, maybe they weren't aware that you have this fair going on, would they call your senior center and say, look, I knit, I crochet, is there some way I can sell blankets or whatever and donate the money to the senior center?
Well, I mean,
how does that work?
If someone wanted to donate their products, and knitting and crocheting especially, I happen to know about that.
Right.
You could bring them, and they would be added to the Gifted Hands table.
Okay.
And all of our profits go directly
to the senior center.
So, but at this point, all of our tables are sold, so we can't get new crafters in.
That's a great
But
thing.
if anybody is interested, they can always let me know, and we'll put them down for next year.
Even better.
Yes.
Do you have a website or a Facebook account or something to let the people know?
Yes, we have a Facebook account. It's F as in Frank, OAS Craft Fair. And when you get there, if you click on events, you'll be able to see some of our crafters and vendors. I've gotten them to give me information about them, and I've posted them on our site.
Oh,
so
great.
people will be able to see what they do.
Sure.
Yes.
It's important because, like you said, what wood turners, is that the term you use?
Yeah.
Something like that would pique my interest enough to go on the website and find out what they do and how they do it. And
I
see what
haven't
they've
gotten
done.
their blurb yet.
Okay, I'm sure
I'm
you
not
will.
sure why, but it's very fascinating to watch them. Noisy, but fascinating too.
It's like scrimshaw too. I don't know if you have scrimshaw, but I actually saw a demonstration of scrimshaw before, and how they take the whale's teeth and carve into it and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just fascinating, all these different crafts, because again, I'm the type of guy who looks for the left-handed hammer. I mean, I'm very not skilled with my hands.
Well, there'll be all kinds of things, from Christmas decorations. There'll be, I can't even remember all of them,
Right.
but there'll be a lot of things. Plenty to see.
And the date, again, is?
It's October 29th, and it's from 10 to 3.
And it's at the Senior Center on Summer Street?
Yes. It's 441 Summer Street.
In Abington,
In
of course.
Abington, yes.
And what else? You're donating these funds to the Senior Center. Can you tell us something about what some of the funds may be used for?
Well, two things right off the bat. This will be first of all, let me explain that the entity that does the gifting of money is the Friends of the Abington Seniors, Inc.
Okay.
They keep telling me, remember, Inc.
Right.
Okay. I always forget that. Well, anyway, my particular group, the Gifted Hands, as we accumulate money from selling our products, we give the money to the seniors, the Friends of the Seniors. And from there, we use the money to fund programs. For example, we had both Tai Chi and chair yoga going on. And during the winter, and it was, we weren't getting a lot of people to come. And we kind of thought that it might have been because, it cost money to do it.
Run this, yes.
So one of the things that the Friends did was subsidize it, a 10-week period. And it's gone so well that just today we decided to fund the next 10-week period.
Fantastic. How many people would that accommodate approximately?
Well, I'm not sure exactly, but I know that there are quite a few people in the chair yoga. The Tai Chi, I think there may be less, but it's free.
Right, if they want to come down, they'd be welcome to participate?
Yes.
And I assume there's certain hours for that, of course, because someone has to
Yes,
instruct them.
at the moment, I think the Tai Chi is on Friday at about 11 o'clock. I'm not certain, but I think the chair yoga is on Wednesday or Thursday. But it would be very easy to find out by calling the Senior Center.
Do you happen to know that number? I'm putting you on the spot. I didn't prepare for this.
I'm almost certain it's 781-878-2145.
Don't quote us. Yeah.
I'm almost sure. I don't
quote
call
us.
it very often,
Right.
but it's easy to find.
Right, you can always look online or in the telephone directory. It's the Abington Senior Center, I believe.
It is.
You also mentioned, I know there's certain players down there, they do card games, like cribbage.
Yes,
And
we have a very rigorous cribbage group, very boisterous. They have a great time. And I know they're there on Thursdays. I think they may be there on Fridays. I know it's at least 2 days that they're there. On Mondays, there's bingo, and that's become really huge. They're almost
Great.
using the whole dining room now. I think they're just starting new classes on computers, a whole computer room with all new computers.
that's fantastic.
It's really great. there are a number of things that go on there, and the building is used at night too. So it's people. I think it was last week we had a wedding there.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah.
This coming, well, the 22nd, which is a Saturday. I know there's going to be a quilt show there. I can't wait for that.
Yes.
There are all kinds of things that go on there. It's a very nice place, and I really kind of feel that not enough people know about it.
Right, they're not aware of it. I actually stopped by a number, 3 or 4 weeks ago, and dropped off a number of books. By the way, books are always accepted by the senior center, and they have a great policy: leave a book, take a book, and so they rotate around. But I got a tour of the facility, and I'm sure Suzanne Justberg and the co-chairman, I forget his name, I'm sorry.
David Klein.
David Klein, they'd be thrilled to show you around because there are so many people in town who are maybe old enough to reach the appropriate age to be considered a senior citizen. But they'd be so honored, I think, to show because the facility is immaculate. It's so big that a lot of people don't realize you could have a function there.
Absolutely.
And the computer room is tremendous. And there are the senior citizens who are actively participating there. And it's a great facility for these people. And the community's doing a great thing by hosting it. So, you know, anything you can do to donate that you think is practical. I don't know the particular needs that the library.
There are always things that you can donate. One of the things we have a policy. My group, the Gifted Hands, we collect yarn. We have our own little stash, and we don't insist that people do anything. Anything you want to do, if you want some yarn, or if you have some yarn to donate, we will store it, and when someone comes in and needs yarn, they can take it. We don't
But you don't sell
ask any questions,
right.
you know. We are just, our group specifically, just started because a couple of people in the group wanted to crochet. And somehow, I guess they asked if they could get a group, and then it's just gotten larger and larger. Sometimes it's really large, and sometimes it's very small.
Sure.
But, you know, we get together and we talk and have fun. And I'll tell you, we learn so much, you know, just by having casual conversations.
Oh, no, it's a great thing to do.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing, whether it's crocheting, playing cards, playing checkers, playing chess, just talking, sitting down talking, saying, hey, what's going on in town? And
Yeah, we do a lot of that.
It's important. Yeah, we all do, no matter what age, I think. And anytime we're in a group, we tend to talk or gossip. But the senior center really could use some help. And if you're having a relative... The events that you can hold there, obviously, if you can have a wedding reception there, even on a smaller scale, it's a big enough facility that if you're thinking of having maybe a birthday party or a bar mitzvah or a christening party or something, give them a call, check it out, and I'm sure if they can accommodate you, they will. And it's so much that we can do and use it, because right now it's a little underutilized, and I'm sure Suzanne and Mr. Klein would love to see it, you know, picked up 24/7 almost, because it is. And those of you who, again, have not seen the facility, take the time to swing by. I'm sure some will find the time to give you the tour, because you might need it someday. You might be going there as a guest in a couple of years.
Yeah, it's a good location, plenty of parking.
Ample parking, yes.
You know, and there have been all kinds of things there, from presentations. Was that psychic?
I'm not familiar with
comic.
The comic psychic?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's her name? I've forgotten her name.
Right.
But anyway, she was there, and there were hundreds of people there,
Right.
and they have all kinds of things. There are
In the kitchen facility, they have a
the
kitchen facility.
kitchen is first rate.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like a professional's kitchen, and they do really well.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, you did mention a couple of things before we go. You mentioned corn chowder, I believe, or something, clam chowder or something.
That's
for the
going
event.
to be, yes, the craft fair. I've dubbed the two people who take care of the food our kitchen divas. They're excellent cooks, and they seem to love to do it. And they have a menu including corn chowder, hot dogs, and any number of things.
Sure.
And, I forgot to mention I did mention the bake table.
Yes.
That's going to be a big sell. There's
Yes.
lots and lots of stuff. Yeah. It should be really great. And I'm just hoping that a lot of people will support us. Last year it was wonderful, and we had a lot of support, but we're hoping that this year we can do even better.
Sure, we want to improve on last year
Yes.
and keep improving. I know one event that is at the Senior Center, Kevin Donovan hosted a cookout each year, and he's had it at the Senior Center recently, which
Yeah,
is
and
a
we've
good
had
news.
dinners, and
right.
there was the Italian dinner.
I heard
and there
about
was
that, and
the-
he had
the
restaurants
Polish
donate the
dinner.
foods.
Yeah.
And, yes. So please, give it a shot. If you get a chance, swing by the craft fair in particular.
Yes.
October 29th,
Yes.
10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yes.
And it's at the Senior Center on Summer Street, I believe. What's the address?
441 Summer Street.
441 Summer Street. And if you want to talk this up, Justin Shanahan and the Abington Cable people have a website, abingtoncam.org. If you check that out, you can talk about this show. You can find out, tell your neighbors about it and say, oh, I forget the particulars. Check it out. You can see abingtoncam.org, check around the old town, and then you can click that site on, and this interview will be on it. You can fast forward to get to the part you need, or you can listen to the whole thing. I really do appreciate you coming on, Darlene. Thank you very so much. And I appreciate what you do for the Senior Center, because I know what you do is all voluntary.
Yeah.
And it makes a difference in the community. And Abington is well known, for helping each other out, and here's another example of that. So again, if you want to check this out, abingtoncam.org. We have a number of guests tonight, so we're going to try to speed this up a little bit. Halloween time is here. We'll have some guests from the Barrett's Haunted House. We'll have somebody talking from the chief's office probably about the rules of Halloween, the hours of operation, etc. So stay tuned. Thank you very much again, Darlene. I appreciate it. And we'll be back.